Funeral trust sales have been up 348% in the past 12 months, making national news headlines. Michael Odell from the National Sales Office will share how you can become a part of this lucrative opportunity.
Hi, I'm Mike Odell from the National Sales Office. I'd like to welcome each of you to a very exciting opportunity. We'd like to show each of you how to make extra $7,000 to $10,000 per month, assisting your clients in protecting assets. With the estate trust and the funeral trust, we feel we have an exciting opportunity for each and every one of you. Well, a funeral trust is a combination of a life insurance policy being assigned the ownership over to the funeral trust. With the life insurance policy, it's issued from 0 to 99. It's a guaranteed issue policy, absolutely no underwriting, and we assign the life insurance ownership over to the funeral trust. The amount that you can put into a funeral trust is anywhere from $1,000 to $15,000. And once we assign the ownership of the life insurance policy over to the irrevocable funeral trust, instantly that money is protected from the nursing home or the Medicaid spend down, therefore assisting your clients with funding burial funds to protect them from the nursing home. By writing just 3 cases per month, a husband and wife at $10,000 each, with an average age of 70 years old, I will share with each one of you how you'll make an extra $10,000 per month. How many of you could use an extra $10,000 per month of income? The best way to get started in this business is going back and marketing to your existing clients. We have a turnkey program with an annual review letter that will allow you to send the letter back to your existing clients requesting that they come in for an annual review. Once they come in for the annual review, you can sit down with your clients, review what you've done for them in the past, and then say, oh, by the way, there's 2 trusts that we should have done for you, and that's the funeral trust for both you and your wife. Again, the funeral trust, the best way to get started is marketing to the clients that you already have the relationship with. If you're currently brand new to the business or you don't have any existing clients, we have a great turnkey marketing program, anywhere from direct mailing all the way to seminar presentations, to PowerPoint presentations, to help you get started in this business. I think one of the best places to look first when you're working with your clients to find the funds to fund the funeral trust is asking them if they have old life insurance. You'll be amazed that many of your clients over the age 70 have what we call paid up life insurance. They've had these policies maybe 30, 35 years, and in many cases the face amount might be $10,000 with a $9,000 cash value. By this stage of their life, many of them are saying, well, we're just going to use this life insurance to pay the funeral home, without understanding that if they went to the nursing home, any life insurance policy over $1,500 is a countable asset. Since 93% of your clients do not have long-term care, you can show them how they can take the old life insurance, transfer it tax-free into a funeral trust, and instantly those funds are protected from the nursing home. Another good place to look for funds if they don't have a 1035 is that many of your clients have annuities. In fact, most of you have probably spent 10, 15 years marketing annuities to your clients. And many of these funds are sitting and not doing anything for the client. One of the best ways to find the funds for the funeral trust is to have your client come into your office and show them by diversifying their portfolio, where you can show them how to take out a 10% free withdrawal from the annuity, have the annuity company withhold the tax liability on the interest, and taking those funds to fund the funeral trust. And you can share with your client, all you're doing here is showing them how to fund the funeral trust and diversify their portfolio so some of their funds are protected from the nursing home. But remember this, the 1035 exchange is a great way to find funds for your client. By using the 10% free withdrawal from the annuity is another great option you can share with your client. And besides that, you can share with them how they can just write a check if they don't have the annuity or the life insurance. Or in many cases, people have lost a lot of money in the stock market lately where there's no capital gains, where that might be a place where the people may want to pull those funds to fund the funeral trust. Well, the nice thing about this business, we have made this a very simple process. In the past, we are used to having 16 forms and suitability forms, and today it's almost impossible to write business. But with the funeral trust business, we have made it easy for each and every one of you. We have a one-page life application with a funeral trust page, and by filling out those 2 pages, it's simple as that. If you're doing a 1035 exchange, the only other 2 forms you would have would be a replacement form and a 1035 form. The funeral trust is 10 times easier than selling an annuity today. Well, your biggest competition in this business is going to be who? The funeral home. I've had many clients come into my office and say, why can't we just go down to the funeral home and do the same thing? And my answer to them was always, absolutely. You can go down to the funeral home, and when you get down there, you'll see that they have the same trust that I'm showing you here in my conference room. The only difference, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, is who's going to be the beneficiary on the funeral trust at the funeral home. And I let the client answer, and they come back and say, well, yeah, probably the funeral home. And I say, well, that may not be in your best interest, because what happens if the funeral home goes out of business? We have no idea 15 years from now which funeral home is going to be in business, do we? Secondly, what happens if later in life you decide the home you're living in is too big for you, you can't climb the stairs any longer, and you decide to move closer to your children that might be in a different town? It doesn't make sense to be naming the funeral home the beneficiary if you might be moving later in life to a different city, or you may get tired of the snow up north and decide to move to Florida. The nice thing about our trust, and agents, listen to this very carefully. Here's the close. Our trust doesn't name any particular funeral home, offering the flexibility and the portability to any funeral home that your family may choose in all 50 states. And you're going to find that once you explain that to your client, they don't want to tie up their money either with the funeral home. Well, the other exciting product that we have today that we're introducing nationally is the Family Estate Trust. This is an exciting opportunity because since 93% of your clients don't have long-term care, one of their major concerns is protecting money from the nursing home. By planning 5 years in advance with our new estate trust, they can put funds into the estate trust, put the beneficiaries as their grandchildren or children or a church or charity, and protect these assets from the nursing home. We look forward to introducing you to this new exciting product, the Estate Trust. By marketing the funeral trust and the estate trust, we believe you can make an extra $7,000 to $10,000 a month, or if you work really hard, you can even live in a castle like this. By contracting with us today, you can start on an exciting, successful career in helping your clients protect assets from the nursing home. One of the biggest fears that your clients have is what happens if they enter a nursing home. With our products, you can share with them how to protect funeral funds and to pass money on to their grandchildren, children, and to a charity. Again, we'd like to thank you for attending, and we look forward to working with you.